coming up on that time of year where a lot of people are thinking more about in terms of, summer vacation, where we're going to go this year. How far can we go and how much can we get for our dollar? The last thing you want to do is find out that you've been taken. So things to look out for this summer. Our travel expert, Cathi Banks, joins us now. Cathi, good morning.
Good morning.
I know about some travel scams when going to foreign countries, and I'm always, very aware of that. But are we talking about things, locally, right here in the United States, that people are taking advantage of?
Oh, right here in the good old U.S. of A. Everywhere, yes. The scams basically either center around directly taking your money or taking your personal information so that they can get to your money.
Yeah, that's, for a lot of people nowadays, they don't realize that I'm always very nervous about, putting out too much information, especially just online. But I guess this could happen over the phone as well.
Well, it certainly can. I mean, one of the big scams that's coming up in the world right now is you're sitting in your hotel room and your phone rings, your hotel phone rings, and you answer it, and they say, hey, this is the front desk. We've had a computer glitch, and I need to have your credit card number again because it was wiped out of our system. So can you please read me your credit card again?
Okay,
well,
sounds simple.
What? If somebody calls you and asks you for your credit card information, that is a huge red flag. So that's not the front desk calling. And so they'll probably, hey, well, I want to call you back because this sounds fishy. Well, they'll give you a number to call back. Don't call that number. Either dial 0 on your phone or just walk down to the front desk and say, hey, did you just call me? Because chances are they didn't.
Yeah, that sounds like something that you're just it's checking into the hotel. You've had a long day of travel. The front desk calls. You were just down there. Wow. That's, best thing to do. Just go back downstairs and say, did you just call me? Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, exactly. Another big thing is ATM skimmers. You have these criminals that have these little machines that they affix to an ATM machine in such a way that it looks like part of the ATM machine. And you stick your card through it because you're sticking your card into the ATM machine.
Right.
And it reads the information off of the magnetic strip on your ATM card. And on top of that, it's got a small camera, and it records your hand putting in your PIN number. So now they've got your account information and your PIN number. And obviously, this is not a good thing.
Yeah, I heard about that just recently. Somebody had done that at a gas station where you go, you pump for gas, and they had put one of those skimmers on. Now, how in the world can you detect when you're using the ATM machine or you're pumping gas? How can you detect whether or not someone's done that?
It's a little easier if it's a machine that you're familiar with, say if it's the one that you always go to get cash. But when you're traveling, you've never seen that ATM machine before, so it's quite difficult. So add an ATM machine. Now, this wouldn't help you on a gas pump because you don't typically have to put in your PIN number on a gas pump, I guess, unless you're using a debit card. But anyway, on an ATM machine, use your other hand to cover up the hand that's putting in the PIN number so that the camera can't record what your PIN number is.
Boy, that makes a lot of sense because I'm looking at these things and I'm like, well, I'm no expert here on, modern technology. God knows my producer can vouch for that. But I just want to make sure, though, that whenever I'm using my credit card or my ATM card, I just want to make sure that, the information is for the bank only and for me and not for some scammer out there.
Well, you're exactly right. And speaking of, having other layers to protect yourself.
Yeah.
The ATM machine is one thing because you need cash, you're out on the road. I'm a big believer in use your credit card instead of your debit card when you're out on the road, like at restaurants and gas stations and things like that, because on a debit card, if somebody empties out your bank account, you will probably eventually get it back, but it's going to take a while, and in the meantime, you don't have any money. But on your credit card, they can instantly reverse those charges.
So when your credit card and your debit card is one and the same, and they ask you credit or debit, you just tell them credit rather than debit?
Well, but still, in that scenario, that amount comes right out of your bank account. So if somebody, even if they run it as credit, it still comes out of your bank account. Oh. I'm a big proponent of having a credit card account and using that credit. Pay it off every month.
Yeah, well, I know. See, that's the problem. So many of us, I'm married to one of those that tends to use the credit card but forgets that you got to pay it off every month.
And that's a whole other problem. But in terms of protection, they can't beat that credit card.
All right. So when we travel, use the credit card and just make sure you pay it off. I mean, that actually works very well in foreign countries because when you use your credit card, I didn't know this until several years ago, you get the lowest exchange rate of that month. In other words, let's say, you're going and the euro sort of fluctuates up and down in the month of July. at least it was last time I was in Europe, you use your credit card to take out the euro at that time. Your credit card will, eventually when you get back, will charge you the lowest euro to dollar exchange rate at the time in that month.
You're right. And another thing about using your credit card that you want to be careful of overseas for foreign transactions, though, is that most credit card companies charge a foreign transaction fee, and that could very well erase any savings you got by using your credit card. So you want to make sure in advance what your credit card company charges. I mean, certainly not compensated by anybody, but Capital One is, for instance, they don't have a foreign transaction fee. So that's something you want to keep in mind if you have a trip on the horizon.
Excellent advice, Cathi Banks, our travel expert. Thanks for all of that advice. They're hoping to keep people from being parted with their money for other than enjoyment on vacation.
Right.
Cathi, thanks so much.
Thank you.